what about the rationing? What can you remember about rationing during the war?
Yes, I can remember rationing, and the amounts we were allowed were very small. But I can also remember that people were very healthy in those years, and there was hardly any obesity. It was amazing, really. We must have just been eating the right food, and I mean, we didn't have many sweets, of course, because we didn't have the coupons for them, and there wasn't the junk food. It was just plain wholesome food, and we were all fit and healthy on it.
Did you know anyone who was in the Home Guard? Was your dad perhaps involved?
No, I can't remember very much about the Home Guard.
One of our characters in the play, Flo, who's an old grandma of the family in the play, she says that she liked listening to Lord Haw-Haw. Were you aware of any kind of propaganda over the
Yes, I did. I do remember listening to Lord Haw-Haw. Yeah.
What kind of things did he say?
Well, I can't really remember a lot of what he said, but it's just a lot of propaganda, you know, and it was just his voice, you know, and I can remember Lord Haw-Haw.
And what you hear a lot about the Dunkirk spirit nowadays. People talk about that there was a better sense of community during the war. Can you remember that particularly?
Oh yes, yes. People worked together and helped each other a lot.
Did you have any brothers and sisters who were?
No, I'm an only child, but I can remember when we were in the Plymouth Blitz, I had an aunt that was killed in the Blitz. She was firefighting, I think, at the top of her, well, she was working in an office, and I think went out on the roof or something, and with her fiance, I think she was engaged at the time, and they were both killed with a bomb while they were, this was at night during the raid.
Yes.
But life was very different in Buckfastleigh from what it had been in Plymouth.
Right, in what ways?
Well, it was just lovely because I'd always loved the countryside, but the only chance I'd had of seeing it was on a Saturday when Mum and Dad used to take me on a little train out to the outskirts of Plymouth or places like that. Or perhaps I did have a couple of lovely farm holidays when I was about 10 or 11. And when we came up to Buckfastleigh, it was lovely because I just loved the countryside and loved to go for walks around here, and everything was just so peaceful, you know. You couldn't believe there was war on. Although I do remember one day in Buckfastleigh, my friend and I were playing Monopoly at the time, and we had a stray bomb dropped here, and obviously it was targeting the mill. I think it was returning from a raid and just happened to have a bomb left and saw this and aimed at the mill, missed it, and it landed in the fields at the back of the mill.
Right.
My friend and I, when we heard this happening, and I knew what bombs sounded like when we just dashed in under the table, because that was the sort of place that people did go to, you know, at a moment's notice. That was the best place to go, underneath the table or in the cupboard. If you've got a cupboard under the stairs, that was another quite safe place to go.
And so did the bomb, that it just fell in the fields, there was no
Yes,
damage?
it just fell in the fields. There, you know, you could see the
crater.
The craters for several years.
Right. So was that the only instance of Buckfastleigh being under attack?
Yes, and then we did, when I was at school in Totnes, we did have a plane come diving quite low one day, and I think it machine gunned outside the school, because we were all told to get in under the desks, and but there again, that was an isolated instance.
Mm.